Okay, first things, go to the blog. You'll notice that the homework tonight is Notes Chapter 8. You'll also notice that there is this data sheet here, and you can click and select with a mouse that is not challenged in such as fashion as my mouse. Yeah, you can just click and select like the data as you like. Good gravy. So, and then you can copy it, and then you can go to Excel, where you can simply paste it in, and then there's your data from period 3, period your period 4 there. That's if you just want to plug the data from the other classes, but your data is there. You will need to you'll need to turn your data. Okay, that's weird. These things are shifted by 1. Okay, that's better. You'll need to turn your your distances into velocities. Okay, so let's talk about how to do that. So I'll zoom this in real quick. Okay, first of all, oops, we don't want to do a formula, so we'd have to do equals. And then, Wilson, what formula did you use to determine your distance traveled? Okay, just relax, stop, and think. What shape did you walk in? So, what distance did you travel? What formula? There you go. So we're just going to do 2 pi r, right? So the 2 is easy, the times is easy, the pi, you have to do like this, and then open and close parentheses. I don't think the I has to be capitalized, but you have to do pi, and then you do open and close parentheses. We'll see if the capital works there. Let me check. Okay, that works. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so you just write pi, and then put the parentheses there. So it's 2 pi, and then times the radius, which is, of course, right there. So you've got 2 pi d3. Now, we're going to divide that by the time, which was 57 seconds. So I hit enter, and I get my velocity. Everybody cool with this? I'm sorry? Oh, sure. Let's take a look. I did 2 pi r, because the r is that. And then I divided it by the time, which was C2. Okay, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now I do this. Like fat plus, skinny plus. Grab, pull down, and, oh, grab. Okay, so what happened? Yeah, because what's, we're dividing as the formula went down. Right, it said pull lower and lower values of C. So how do we do that? How do we get this spreadsheet to think that C, this cell, is more important than any other cell? There you go, money. That's, wow, that's nice. Got my joke right there, perfect. So since money is so important to many of us, we just put dollar signs in front of that. Oops. Dollar signs in front of it. And then once you put dollar signs in front of it, now Excel, this formula, can't keep its eyes off of C2, right? So when we copy it and drag all the way down, boom, we have velocities. And then, of course, we can go here and whatever, make them smaller. Okay, 3 sig figs would be nice, but Excel is too stupid to be able to do sig figs. It can only do places and decimals. So, what are you going to do? All right, now, okay, so we've got that, but how do we come up with the graph? All right, so in Excel, whatever you have in the first column that you select will become the X. And whatever you have in the second column, use, wow, sound like Bill Clinton. Depends on what your definition of is. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So whatever you select in the first column is going to be the X, second column is going to be the Y, and then, oh, I don't know, how about we just click on charts? Hey, look at that. And now your first instinct might be to click line plot. Okay, that would be bad. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is choose other and then pick scatter plot. I know, right? And instant. Okay, now there are certain things that we need to do. First of all, I'm going to move this chart into its own sheet. Okay, so it's nice and big and it's easy to deal with, easy to work with. And then I want to use the chart layout tab because this is so much easier than trying to drill down through the menus and all this other gibberish. So I'm going to do chart title, and I'll just overlay it right on the chart. So we'll do velocity versus radius. You don't have to do that. I'm just telling, or what title, that title, but I'm just telling you. Horizontal title. Below we're doing radius and then meters, right? You have to include the units. Under axes, vertical. Now I did vertical tile and it looked horrible. So you can only do vertical if you don't have anything that's like long words, any words that, you know, because I did parentheses, meter per second, close parentheses. So it's like a parenthesis, M, divided, you know, whatever, /S, it looks stupid. So do rotated title. That way, we can just type in that way, and then we can just say, okay. So we can go here, I see. Let's see, where will it, okay, that was a formatting thing. There we go. So we can do velocity in meters per second. Okay, everybody see that? Pretty cool, pretty simple. Then we can go up to, don't do legend, that's annoying, it's unnecessary. Do axes, vertical axes, and we're gonna go with, oh, sorry, just kidding. Grid lines, vertical grid lines, we're gonna go with major grid lines. On the video, everyone's like, what's he doing? Why is he quiet? Okay, you can also get rid of this because that's irritating. And now I've got this great graph. All I need to do is add a trend line. Click on your data, right click on your data, and then just do add trend line. We already had this discussion yesterday when you were doing the graph on your own. We said it's going to be a linear graph, so we just choose that. Under options, you can also choose display equation on chart. Okay, and the fun part of the equation on chart is that, if you can see this, font. Let's go up to like 18 so everybody can see. That's our slope, remember? We got it yesterday. So boom, slope right away. Same thing if you do on your TI. So somebody in the last period said, what is that E? Does everybody know what that E is? Yeah, it's times 10 to the, right? Same thing like on your TI. Okay, so we've got a graph. We've got our axes with units. We've got our vertical and horizontal grid lines. We've got our linear regression. We got our equation. So now we got to print it. So when you print it, like, you notice this has all kinds of, like, this big space around the outside. I hate that. So we want to reduce that. So page setup, reduce the left margin to whatever your minimum is. Reduce the bottom to whatever your minimum is. And then do okay. Now I'm going to print this, or open it in preview to kind of show if it looks good. And there you go. We can see this is the edge of the paper. Now I want this margin, I want this line, your axis to be about an inch from the edge of the page. Am I going to pull out a micrometer and measure exactly what you know? But if your graph is here, then you're going to lose points. Right? Your graph needs to be as big as possible. Right? You can even grab your graph and pull it up there if you want. Yeah.
Do we need all those?
Do I need all those what?
Equation and line stuff?
Well, of course, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, so it's just like that.
Yeah, so it's going to be just like this. That would be pretty funny if I explained all this stuff and said, oh, you don't even have to do this. I just want to kill time till the assembly. Whee! Okay, any questions? You know this is going to be a video on YouTube. Okay, yeah.
Do we do the same thing on dots?
Can you do the same thing on what? On Docs? Oh, Google Docs. Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't care what program you use. You could use if you have a computer. Like you have Linux, you could use what is it called? Oh no, what is that called? What is OpenOffice? OpenOffice is an incredibly powerful program that's free. It's everything. It also includes database, so that's really cool. You can also do it on Numbers on the Mac, whatever. Okay. The issue, what is it that I do care about? You have to have the distance from the edge of the paper to the axis is an inch. Your axes must both be labeled with units. Your graph must be appropriately large. You must have a title, and you must do a linear regression with the equation. You must have a vertical and horizontal major axes, or major grid lines. Are we doing questions? Okay. So that was pretty good. Okay, I will now